I was trying to get fancy, shooting grenades. Grenades suck, FYI. You call that an iron plate line? I call that a no plate line. You better get out there and get some iron in here. Stat! Roll the film! Okay, so here's the deal. Here's yours truly. Here's insectoid swine. Insectoid swine. Dead. Dead. Secure the iron patch. Target acquired. There you go, piece of cake. So right away, I just want to get these hooked up and get it flowing. And we're not going to Mickey Mouse around with, no, half. No, we're getting it all. Let's load it up. Let's get this thing on. Let's get the show on the road. One thing that changed for 0.15 was you don't have to pay for blueprints anymore. You don't have to create them. You don't have to research them. They're automatic. You just click the little blueprint library up here. You click blueprint, bingo bango. From moment one of playing the game, you get blueprints. Now, of course, you don't have robots laying it down. But, you know, if you want to make sure you got your business spaced out properly. Now, over here, I mean, they're still fairly low-level bugs. We got some medium biters. I don't think we have any spitters yet. There are some worms, but we have this really sweet tree line right here. And it's just as hard for the bugs to get through the trees as it is for you or me. So essentially, but the turrets can pick them off like it ain't no problem. Knew I shouldn't have did that. Now that's something new, is that you can continue. I lost a lot of stuff. Inventory cleaned out. Weapons gone. Armor gone. I was trying to get fancy, shooting grenades. Grenades suck, FYI. Didn't have enough fish. Alrighty, so I got this set up. This is the northern mine. Up here, the 1.2 million. I have kind of a northern perimeter here. I don't have enough bullets to put in each turret, so I don't see any point in putting down all the turrets. But this is going to get pretty rowdy once I turn on the power here. So we can see already that pollution, this is going to really expand our pollution bubble. And it's just going to invite unwanted guests. We'll leave it like that. Good news is it's going to produce another 2 lanes of iron. So it's not great running belt, in my opinion, all this way, but I really don't want to work on trains just yet. So these belts come down into the main factory. These are where our 2 belts were for our old mining area. And eventually it's going to make its way down to here. Okay, so now once again with iron flowing in, one thing you might want to consider at this point, I've been going through the red and green science research at a pretty good clip, and there's a lot of research you can do, namely modular armor. Now, modular armor was one of those things in pre 0.15, I would just skip it. What's the point? Well, in 0.15, it might be something you want to consider. So what I've done, I've went ahead and handcrafted a modular armor, a battery, 3 portable solar panels, and night vision. So the first thing is our inventory now is 10 by 6, so we have about 60 slots. I take the modular armor, plop it in there. We get another row of inventory. So now we get 70 slots. So far, so good. If I right-click the modular armor, you can throw in a battery. The batteries are, I believe, smaller in 0.15. They only take up a 2x1. I could swear that they took up a 4x1 in 0.14. Anyway, and then you can get some solar panels, which also have a smaller footprint. If I remember right, I thought they were 4x4. And then finally, you can throw in your night vision, and bam. Now, this isn't going to charge too quick, but as you can just keep handcrafting, which is what I'm going to do, portable solar panels, and just add them as they come in. You can see we've got a little bit of power down here in the battery, but all we're going to need it for is night vision as of right now. So with our modular armor on and with our night vision goggles, it's actually night out here. And it looks pretty good, actually. You can see what they changed in 0.15 with the night vision goggles is pretty fantastic. So it's definitely something you want to keep on your power armors, modular armors, once you can get it. And another thing I want to do is I want to send a belt of stone and brick down my main line. Because we do need them for various things and whatnot. And instead of sending a full line of each, I'm just going to do a little craziness here. We're going to do half of each. And I'm just going to run this right down the line right here. So for things like our electric furnaces and steel furnaces, which we need to start making, railroad track is another thing. It's like, where do I fit these in if I don't have stone running down? So I'm just going to have a lane, half stone, half brick. All right, so what I'm going to do here, I'm just going to lay down a assembly machine, run our steel up. Okay, maybe I push it one farther down like that. Again, steel furnaces, and then up on this side, I'm going to go ahead and run our stone line that we brought in. All right, so just going to get some power up here. Perfect. All right, so with all the iron requirements that are needed now in 0.15, I need some more space in here. So what I'm going to do, I want at least these many lanes. So I'm going to chop off these 6. All right, so we got our little thingy mostly set up here. We just got to set it up again over here. And there we go. This side is done. Now this should be able to connect here. This will be our output. Coal will flow in like this. All right, so in all the time farting around, we managed to get some steel furnaces set up. So I'm just going to run along here and put these in. And we'll see how that runs. We might add some more in here at the end, but we're giving ourselves room so we can always expand north. As we upgrade our belts and whatnot. Since we got these, we'll upgrade this. And then we'll go ahead and upgrade this. Oh, almost all the way. So since I got everything squared away here in terms of belts, everything spaced out, let's go ahead and start laying down 2 more smelting arrays for the iron plate. Belts are down and coal is running. Furnaces are down, inserters, power poles, and of course lights. Then I'm going to go ahead and make a copy of all this. Blueprint rather. And then I can just go ahead and lay down a ghost of these dudes. Alrighty, so these are the last belts to get connected, and we should see everything start working perfectly. Let's hope. Fingers crossed. And there goes our ore. Flowing up, starting to go in. We are making iron plate. Okay, a little bit of a problem here. There we go. Connected, working, making its way all the way down to steel. Perfect. Now, while I was setting this up, I've been letting the science run, and you can see that it starts getting pretty sparse down here in terms of iron plate. So now we got to just splice in these two new lanes. So I disconnected all the iron plate here, and we're just gonna start bringing it down, kind of tear it down. The farthest one away from our builds is on the bottom. And we're going to splice this in using the exact same thing as we used up here, but just opposite. And I always start by finding the center. Like that. Go like that, and essentially this is what it looks like. And then you can take your two underground belts like that. This one goes over like this. You can just belt that top one like so. And there you go. Easy peasy. And then we're just going to make a copy of it. Get another blueprint. I'm going to grab that underground belt. There we go. And we got it. And so right after where the last iron plate is going to merge in, I'm just going to create a balancer. Just in case there's any uneven draws down the line, which there's always going to be. So we're going to do that. And then we are going to start putting in. So that's like that. It's good. So start dropping down our ghost patterns. And then we'll just hook up our belts. Like that. Hook these up. And there we go. Finally, get the iron plate flowing again. Looking good. Now just to finish it up for the rest of these. Alrighty, and there we go. We got 3 lanes of iron ore coming in. We definitely want to get a 4th one. We got 4 iron plate smelters. They're both coming down, and I just finished laying down the last of the splitters. And there we go. As we come across here, we can see it just gets more and more sparse as we get down to the end. And the only thing we can do about it is add more belts or increase the belt research. So go to red belts and then go to blue belts, which also increases throughput. But as of right now, we'll start backing up. I think we got more than we need coming down the belt. It was out of iron plate for a little bit while I was researching. I'm really trying just to hammer through all these. But we can see our research is pretty much all backed up. Alrighty, so now you can see as we got everything up and running, we are low on power, so it's once again time to expand our electricity production. I'm gonna run this down here. You can see I had this set up. I was just burning any extra wood I get. I was just kind of setting it in here. Alright, so boilers down. Connect the offshore pump. And steam engines down. And now the last couple of burner inserters. Real easy to set up. Real easy to expand. However, that being said, I probably wouldn't extend any farther down here with just using a yellow belt of coal. And if you try to upgrade to red or blue belts, then your burner inserters can't feed off of it. So that's probably how I am just going to keep going with this, is 10 on each side. That's 20 boilers altogether, and that would be 40 steam engines.
Anybody else remember this little build right here? It was supposed to be temporary. Well, that was a long time ago. We need to get advanced oil refining and a little bit of cracking going in this factory. You better get your act together and get it done in the next episode. Dig it!
The hell am I looking for? Why is this so far away? Man, it pisses me off when I do that. I think we're going to try to pinch it over here. Pinch it off. Pinch one off. How the fuck did I mess this up? Why isn't... God damn it.
Welcome to the Shred Nation.
Good enough for me.